Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Banished in Brussels. We've got a huge population. We're now over 300 people. A little bit of starvation just happened. Some people are having trouble getting access to food here because we were a little bit low. But I think, yeah, it's mostly like people having to walk a long way or something. I suppose is it possible these guys don't have access to food? No, they do. They just have to walk a little bit further. Yeah, they're okay. Actually, there's a storage barn right over here, so generally speaking, they're fine. There just might be some inefficiencies, but I think it has a lot to do with a lot of new houses, a lot of new growth. These boarding houses. Oh, we didn't need a second boarding house, apparently, but we'll have it there for overflow if something else happens as well. Reserve of firewood is low, and that is legitimately low, I will say that. Tavern is out of berries. Oh, yeah. See, we're having a problem. Well, no, it's not. You have 36 berries. What are you complaining about? I'm very confused. Switch to apples. I don't know. Do something. What was I gonna say? God, we have a lot of laborers. I really need to get more people in the food industry. We can max out another fishing place, which would be nice. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go up to 12 vendors at this point to make sure the goods get moved around quickly enough. Everything else is okay. But we need more farming. I think I might convert this area here to farms as well. I think that would be entirely reasonable. Can we road across that way? Not even close. Here's fine. One south? Nope, no. So, like that. Alright, that's fine. And what I'm going to do is place down. We'll get a couple more archers going. I mean, all we can do right now are apples, but it's okay. One orchard, I suppose. I keep saying archard. I don't know why. Because I'm thinking apple orchard. So it's coming out as archards. Listen, that's perfectly cromulent. You guys all understand me, right? Okay, that works. And then what I'm going to do is, you know, we got a fair amount of stone. Let's build more stone roads. Since travel things are becoming a more important issue. People dying of old age. Some people who are hungry. You have no food in this house. But okay, you are out of range of the market. I will give you that. But certainly you can get there. It's just inefficient for you to acquire the food. And there's not a ton sitting around here either. Someone else died of starvation. I'm wondering if I need another storage barn over here. Is it possible? We do have a lot of farming going on. And you know what? I'm building these here, so out of a precautionary thing, I'm going to go ahead and build a storage barn here, but I don't think it's necessary. People dying of starvation, despite the fact they have food. Schoolhouse? Oh yeah, we built a new one, so we need a new teacher. It's entirely reasonable. Food is not great. We definitely need more kicking around. Although, again, we're about to pick up a bunch here. Oh, second tailor. Thank you very much. Go ahead and make warm coats for us. We'll get our clothing supply up and running. We might need another blacksmith at some point. More starvation! Jeebus! I guess there's not actually that much food here either, which is part of it. Even when they grab food, they're not grabbing much at a time. It is autumn. I really want these to finish, like, properly growing here, but we might actually have a bit of a problem. We do have a lot of spare people, though. We've got another merchant who actually might be someone that is bringing food, which would be nice. What have you got to trade? Chickens and sheep. Oh, we did trade for chickens before. That's right, and I haven't set up my chicken coop yet. Sorry, I don't need you then. No one's got any food. Awesome. Everyone is starving. Hooray. Oh yeah, that's why I removed the roads over here. So we're going to go ahead and set up another pasture. I assume pasture is what we need for chickens. I know. I'm not entirely sure. Can I build there? Really? Oh, because there's actually the road opening there. That's what's going on. And, oh, apparently I still have that, something there. Okay, you know what? It's fine. It's not going to be the biggest one there is, but we can always split it or whatever. More people dying of starvation. Jeez. Alright, so we are collecting goods now. What I'm going to do is pick one of these farmers. Follow them. Alright, Billin. Oh, you did bring it to this place. Oh, although, admittedly, that place is closer for you. What about you over here? If I follow you. Where are you going to bring the goods? You're going to bring the goods to the market. Okay. So I'm not crazy. Things are working the way that I assumed they were. More people dying of starvation. We are bringing in a fair amount of food, but it's just we've had such explosive growth. So much growth. But we still have a little bit of room. Someone is cold. They have shorter jackets for a while. You have ragged clothing. Yeah, so you got to get some fresh clothing. We actually might have, like, a massive drop in population here. Which may actually set us a little bit behind. Just been growing a little too fast. We'll set up some more pumpkin farms, because I like the look of them. Bring that up to 41. Cycle down the builders, because we're going to need extra laborers to replace people who are dying here in a second. Starvation, starvation. There's food, people. You just have to get to it. Just find the food somewhere. They're actually, like, leaving stuff on the ground. They're leaving their jobs half-finished because they keep breaking because they need food. Never mind the fact that they're carrying it. Makes no sense whatsoever. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, people. Where are you going? Oh, to this place. There's a little bit of fish there, technically. Look at the people. Death. As long as they keep working the food production places, we'll get through the other side here. I'm going to cut back on the stone cutters, in fact, dramatically here. And also, well, I really don't need much iron, but I still need some coal. We're okay on tools, but let's keep them there. Okay, or not. Let's pull them back, get some more general purpose laborers. So we've got to make sure the goods get delivered. This is awful. This is absolutely awful. I can't believe we're still not making enough to really make this survive here. Too many nomads. 49 nomads was a lot. I should have probably turned them down. Because I think we're actually lost more people than we gained there. Part of it, we do have 54 freaking kids. Although, I think we have maybe less kids than we did before the wave of starvation. Fair number of students as well. More starvation deaths. The actual number of people who are hungry is a little bit lower, luckily. But not completely so. At least they're gathering a decent amount there, but the problem is, like, I had so many laborers for a while. Now they've all been moved into the food industry. But there was, like, when you've got 40 laborers, that's a lot of people who are not involved in the food industry, and that's what I think came back and bit me in the ass. But we've basically on the other side. There's not much for me to micromanage at this point, other than wait for the next season to come through. At least there'll be a lot fewer mouths to feed. I know it's cold, but it's the truth. Speaking of cold, someone's also cold over here. And they had really good clothing, actually, so I guess they just hadn't gone indoors. More people dying of starvation. Just gotta make sure our food production. In fact, what I'm gonna do is cancel all my mining and stone cutting right now. And just make sure all my food producing buildings stay maxed out. With a handful of laborers to spare. Just to make sure everything stays awesome. Would have been nice if one of those merchants coming by was a food merchant. The summer is going to be rough because we're far away from gathering crops. But again, the problem, we don't not have food. It's just people getting the food to their house is just a massive problem. And it's probably like, just need better organized markets or something. I don't know. Okay, here's a merchant. Come on. Be a food merchant so I can trade you herbs. That'd be really nice. More starvation. You are a food merchant. Awesome. So, I'm going to give you 300 herbs. Nope. 300. And in exchange, you are going to give me 600 walnuts and 600 pecans. Two things that I don't grow. We'll get a little bit of food variety. I'm going to trade that. Do I want to do a dismiss and trade anything else? I would like to give you iron, actually. So let's do that. We'll get some more food. People dying of starvation. My gatherers are dying of starvation. Seriously, you guys, got to do a better job there. And a few more. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Looks like they're delivering the pecans and whatnot. Or the pecans, depending on where you're from. How you say things. Alright, all my students and children are dying of starvation. Awesome. Okay, builders, go away. Stay on maxed farmers, because that's actually what's going to see me through to the other side here. We can... Wow. We can cut back on blacksmiths for now. Keep maxing out the teachers. We need actual students. Although, there's something to be said about closing down the schools to get more workers ASAP. Holy crap, how many people are going to die to this? I had like a proper food industry here. I mean, I know growing fast is really bad. Let's get some peaches. Oops. Trade. Handful of peaches. Keep bringing the iron over, people. It's not terribly valuable, but... Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We need the woodcutters still. We can live without foresters for a little while. Let's get rid of them. And herdsmen. I suppose I could do a cull of cows. But I think we would ultimately lose efficiency. We want to keep the number as high as possible and just cut from that point. There's got to be a lot of transportation things, because people are walking all over. Do we not have food here? Indeed, we do not. That's got to be part of the issue. But I'm trying to trade for food. Come on, guys. Out of laborers. Oh my god. We need the woodcutters. No more herbalists. No more doctor's visits for anyone. Let's actually go up on traders here just so we can get the iron here a little bit faster. We're short one. We don't need a tailor or brewer. Actually, we should have turned off the brewing a long time ago. Oh my god, this is... What the hell? I really want to finish the education stuff. Seriously, with the iron. Oh, should have just typed in the 20. There you go. Let's get a few peaches right now. We were over 300. We're now below 200. I don't understand why, like, the situation hasn't reversed itself yet. I'm genuinely confused. Iron. Trade it for apples, why not? For 57 apples. Yeah, I think it's just a range thing. Early autumn. Okay, we're gonna dismiss this guy. I'm gonna turn off the trading post. Release all my traders, make sure to max out my farmers so that we've got everyone harvesting as much as possible. Another gatherer going on here. Still want a decent number of vendors so they can actually get the goods carried about. Don't need a physician, don't need a cleric right now. Leave them as laborers. Oh, except for the farmers, which have to stay maxed out. Come on! Decent yield. Now, I hope there's not an early frost, because that would be brutal. Got plenty of food, people. Just make sure to pick up a decent amount to your house. We're gonna get through this. Don't worry about it. Have faith in me as your wise, wise leader. Now, you'd never want to be a citizen anywhere that I ran. You're guaranteed to be overworked, underfed, and sacrificed with ease. Lots of people becoming students. I don't need students, I need adults. That's really what I need. Okay, so it is late autumn. We're already getting a frost, which is going to kill off my crops. That's a big issue. It's not like you're going to see like plants just randomly dying throughout here because the cold. Actually, now we're in winter, so they just actually did manage to harvest in time. But we've got a proper food supply finally, and I don't think we're getting any more messages about people starving to death anymore. Thank God. We're still good on a fair number of different things. And I think I'm going to go ahead and operate without a herbalist for a little while. The health will drop ever so slightly, but not that badly. Because, yeah, we're just going to keep people in the food industry. We're going to wait for some students to graduate. But I want to get this count, like, way back over again. I really, when it started dropping below 20k and certainly below 10k, I should have reacted more. Well, reacted more. I mean, I built farms all over the place, right? I did react pretty strongly to what was going on. Reserve firewood is low, but there's not really anything I can do about that. I've got 4 woodworkers working already. That should be a pretty good amount. Yeah, not really anything I can do one way or another there. It was a very explosive growth, and I've got to slow it down a little bit, certainly. Boarding houses are not even occupied. Of course not! We've got, like, probably empty houses all over the place. Probably means we're actually going to get a pretty decent baby boom at some point. I should have canceled the tavern sooner, using up my apples. But again, it wasn't a pure shortage of goods that was the problem. It was the goods weren't evenly distributed everywhere, because they weren't getting to the markets before being consumed. So the count of stuff that was there was sitting in like barns that were kind of out of the way, and it was killing a lot of the efficiency. You want to keep the markets fully stocked, so that people don't have to get very far to get the stuff, and then hopefully means their houses are fully stocked, so that they don't have to worry about doing that. What was happening is people were running out of food in their houses and then going to the market or somewhere to pick them up, but they were only grabbing like, 10 at a time or something like that, so they were constantly having to work there, and it screwed up a lot of their efficiency. I'm pretty convinced it's part of the problem. All right, we've got 1 laborer again. Congratulations! Food is good. I still want to have the farmers maxed out here. I'm going to keep 1 general purpose laborer kicking around, but we will want to increase our other activities pretty soon here. Still complaining about firewoods and logs actually have gone down, so I guess actually we've got to go and start doing the the forester thing again. Actually, all right. Actually, you know what? Instead of foresting, this is a pretty good time. Oh god! Of course we get another merchant to clear cut this area. We don't need any of these trees here, or there, or there. And it's going to give us a good amount of logs pretty quickly. What do you have? Oh, it's Mari again, son of a bitch. Well, I don't need corn seeds. Certainly don't need 2 units of it. Wheat seeds would have been really nice, but I guess we're not going to be able to do that. No. Sorry, Mari. There's no one there. Like, I literally have the thing shut down, so let's chill. So our 1 laborer and whoever else is idle will come by and chop down some of these trees, which we'll need. Okay, I'm going to leave that at least 1 laborer there. Carry goods around for us, cut down trees, all that kind of thing. We actually have a good amount of firewood kicking around, which is nice. Now, we don't actually have anything stored here anymore, do we? We have some iron, and that's fine. Okay, good. Because I don't have a trader, so if there was anything stuck there, they wouldn't be carrying it out. Chickens! Well, I'm at 0 chickens. Did I not actually buy the chickens? No, I must have, because it's unlocked. Something must have happened to the chicken. What? Did they never get carried over there? What happened to my goddamn chickens? I mean, they're working this area. Like, they're using up 2 of my precious people to work a pasture that's got no chickens. We'll give them a chance. Maybe the chickens are lost in transit. Oh, wait. Alright, food situation is definitely stabilized. On many counts. We've got some in a stockpile, which is good. We're going to have even more at the end of this season. We've got, our markets are full of food. Our houses are full of food. We've definitely gone through the other side of this. We'll be okay. But yeah, we lost a lot of population. It'll be interesting to see what happens when it finally goes back up. I'm going to probably leave gatherers and fishermen where we are. I'm pretty sure we're going to end up with like a lot of extra food at this point. And, oh, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to 3 herbalists. We're still okay on mining stuff, although we don't have any coal. I'm actually going to turn both mines into coal mines, because that way when what I could do is leave this iron. And can I not turn off this area? I can turn off this. Oh, there we go. Turn off the work over there. Okay, so I was going to say, I'll assign like one miner to start getting coal again. But I didn't want anything going on over there. I'm sure I'll forget to turn it back on, but that's okay. Reserve of logs is low, but should start to trickle back in. And yeah, cutting down this stuff is going to accelerate things a little bit, which is good. It's autumn. We don't have a whole lot of firewood stored. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and tell them to chop down a few more trees. Kind of ruin the look of our place. What can we do? We need the wood. We need the cheap, easily accessible wood. Food is over 12,000. We are out of warm clothing. If I had workers, I would assign them to be a tailor. Might be a bit of a problem. Food situation again continues to improve, which is good. Finally made it through the other side of this disaster. Still no chickens! What the hell happened to my chickens? Maybe I should have bought like 4 of them. Maybe I didn't have a rooster. I don't think it works that way. I must have bought them, because otherwise they wouldn't be in the list. I'm really confused. Okay, an adult, which is good. Let's go ahead and assign a couple of tailors, because the coat situation is not great. Do we have a clothes stat? It was at like 90-some for a while, right? What's it at now? 76%. Yeah, it's really good. Some people are going to be cold. Some people don't have firewood either. Very bad all around. Still got maximum wood cutters, and they do have some logs to work with, so just a question of restocking our houses again. We might need another woodcutter. Very real possibility. That school there. These guys probably have a big farm. Probably put a woodcutter right here, actually. We've got enough supplies. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Although you're far from anywhere where you can put it. You would put it in a barn. I think is where the firewood goes. Well, I guess it's getting carried to the market. You know what? I might actually just put another woodcutter over here. We do have one forester's lodge, so it's not like it's in a completely stupid position. So maybe I should make it light of old age, which is fine. This might actually be a decent place. Grab the logs from this one stockpile over here, and then bring them to the market. Yeah. Be a good place for houses right here, too, except I don't want to build any more housing right now. That would be silly. Okay, we've got lots of logs because of our forced cut down. So I'm going to throw in another couple of miners here to keep our coal supply up. We're still good on stone, and there's probably, yeah, there's stone that we can just grab from the ground in a variety of places. That's fine. So we don't have to put a stone cutter back yet. Teachers are good. Got a merchant again. More chickens. Yeah, well, we're gonna have to live without the chickens, unfortunately. What I am gonna do, I'm gonna drop the iron down to 0, drop the herbs to 90, turn on the work here, and give us one trader to start bringing the herbs over. Other than that, just keep working things, guys. Wow. Things can turn sour very quickly, and we haven't even had a disaster on screen yet. Again, I did have the one fire that raged through town at some point in the gap of recordings. I actually tried to record that, and there was a technical problem that caused the recording to go awry. So that's too bad. But, you know, a disaster really could screw up our entire town really, really easily. We really need more reliable food stores. Like, I want my food limit to be 100,000. I don't know if I've actually got enough storage for that, but like, just never stop making food. If we have too much food, I'll build more houses. That'll be the deal here. I wonder if I should have a market here. I don't think there's enough houses to really warrant it. Tools shortage. Blacksmiths, we don't have any blacksmiths. Right, because we took them all away. Let's get a couple people working on that once again. Tailors, 2 of 2. We don't need a brewer right now. Vendors, we could potentially use more to keep things flowing, but we'll hope that's good enough for now. I do want more foresters. Food situation is okay. I don't think I've got to add more into here. Apparently we could use some builders. Let's get that. Run another forester, leave the other laborers there, ready to take over some of their jobs. I don't have any tools whatsoever here, do I? No. Okay, good. Or bad, because if I did, I could release them back in here so that people would have tools. But I don't. Alright, we are harvesting at what looks like a reasonable time. And here, like, we haven't started harvesting the crops here yet. There they go. They should start now. Or maybe they mature at a slightly different rate. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, beans might mature quicker than squash, which is something interesting to consider. But squash may have a higher nutrition number. I don't know. We don't know if there's a difference in nutrition. We actually have room for another woodcutter. We're actually pretty okay, but we can start selling the firewood. Although we need to get our foresters up and running once more. I'm actually going to go ahead and queue up some, that's not what I'm looking for, a little bit of deforestation over here. Just when we have some people who are idle and want to act as laborers, and we can go and chop that stuff down, maybe over here as well. Just because we don't have our foresters up to snuff quite yet. Still some people without tools. We do have some tools kicking around, though, that they're all being stored way, way, way down here. And one thing I still don't know is... Oh, the church, the chapel, that's got a question mark. Yeah, one thing I still don't know is how they actually negotiate, like, which market has what goods or whatever, and, and how balanced everything is, because it might not be. We might have a really crappy allocation of resources, which would be pretty upsetting. Herbs, let's go and kick this up a notch again. A few people spend a little bit of time cold. Still may have been a shortage on clothing, but hopefully we'll get that up soon enough. And again, not finishing the squash harvest in time. But lots of food now. I certainly am not going to build any more houses. I'm pretty sure we have plenty of housing available for people who want to grow. We have a lot of people who are actually relatively old and about to give up their house, so I guess that counts for something. There's still some room for more babies. Firewood supply did drop quickly. Actually, one of the things, fuel limit was 1,000. We're definitely nowhere close to reaching that. That's not why we ran out. Alright, more laborers. We've got... Take off the builders, just so I know how much we've got. Let's see here. I'm not going to put a brewer back, nor a vendor. I think I'm going to throw in some extra miners, because our coal supply does keep dropping. Eventually we'll have to turn on the iron as well, so just keep an eye on that. Stone cutters, we're still good without any of them. Teachers, 3 of 3 is good. Keep those students being educated. Physician and cleric will live without for now. Herbalists were good. I think we're going to add to our woodcutters again. Alright. Or foresters, rather. Woodcutters are already maxed. And you have no firewood here. Very surprising to me. I think what we need to do is actually increase our limits to a lot of things, because we need massive amounts of surplus just to ensure that there's a good amount sort of scattered throughout our entire village. Although really, with our logs at 1,000, or rather, our fuel at 1,000, and our logs, you know what, we'll make the logs 1,000 as well, because we have been hitting the limit from time to time. Yeah, really buff all this quite a bit. Another vendor, or another merchant rather, coming this way. And what do you got? I think we can live without all that. Plus you won't buy my herbs, which is the only thing I'm willing to vend right now. I'm going to go ahead and, whoops, just bring this up a little bit more. Don't want to run completely out of herbs, but we want to build up the supply at our trade depot once again. I suppose what I could do with my herbalist here is increase the herb limit as well to like 1,000 or something like that. That way I have to sort of micromanage that a lot less. And that's probably reasonable. Okay, people are just dying of old age. That's totally fine. We can deal with old age deaths. We're perfectly fine and happy with that. I think what I'm going to do is recreate a little bit of my brick road over here. No, we'll do this. Diagonal is slightly faster, but we'll probably want to fill this with stuff at some point. Still don't have any chickens. I could go ahead and split another one of my other pastures, but I really want chickens. God damn it. Alright, so we've got a tiny bit of coal. Not much, but a tiny bit. So hopefully just enough to keep the blacksmith completely occupied. Some people don't have tools. knock in another miner then. Still okay without stone cutters. More nomads. Oh, good. Well, we do have a lot of food and some empty housing for them. How many are we talking about? 50. Should we do it? Sure. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, and none of them have any tools, so our efficiency is going to be shit. I was going to say set up another blacksmith here, but really all our mines are down here. If I'm going to set up another blacksmith, it should be here. And I think I will. Yeah, that seems good. So mostly laborers, so let's have them go and occupy the food production places. We're going to go up in terms of foresters again. We'll max out our miners right now. They're all going to be coal, but we might actually turn on the iron mines soon enough. Alright, max out on foresters. Turn our physician and cleric back on. Oh, and get our builders. Good. I wish well, I suppose we could actually assign more farmers, because what I can do is increase the count on these things. So, like, this squash field can get a 5th farmer, for example. Might not be a bad idea, since it never gets finished. But our food situation, well, was okay. We're going to see what happens here in a second. Our boarding houses are now full. We've grabbed a bunch of food. The firewood is still probably a big question mark. We're not going to turn on the tavern quite yet. It might just stay there for decorative purposes, frankly. Just because I'm not convinced that we need a crap ton of ale. And I want to make sure the food situation stays stable. Yeah, the storage barn is there. It's not too far away. More children being born. Yeah, we have a lot of kids all of a sudden. Although, again, yeah, the nomads probably showed up with a lot of kids. Tool situation is still kind of poor. A lot of people, all the nomads apparently showed up without tools. That's harsh. That is really harsh. Set up blacksmith number 3. Ahead of time. I'm happy we're producing steel tools, because at least the ones that people have got don't have to be replaced quite as often. Jeez. Okay, and our boarding houses aren't even completely full, so that's a good sign that we're not completely screwed up. We do have a merchant waiting here. What do you got? Mari, again! And you've got wheat seeds again, which I really want. The problem is we're like nowhere close. Well, that's not true. We actually... What did I say, like 625? Let's do that. It'll actually use up all our herbs, but we might actually get there relatively easily. And I don't know if I want to vend anything else. No, I don't think so. I think Mari's probably going to leave. I guess we could sell some of our food. As insane as that is, because I think she or he will buy food. Maybe a little mutton, a little beef, because I suspect this stuff sells for a little bit better than a few of the other things. We've got some extra laborers, so let's get them working here. 3 and 3. Well, that's definitely better than the 1 that most things are worth. Come on, stick around. I want to buy some wheat. I can do chestnuts and different things like that too. As long as I get some kind of seed, so we can get some different crops going, make sure the food supply stays high. It looks like we've got plenty of food here. And everyone's got their tools now, which is great. Everyone is housed. A little bit of cold complaint, and certainly some people are still in boarding houses where we don't want to keep them. Wheat seeds. So, sell 100 beef. And max out how much we got there. We need a little bit more stuff. Bring me something. I don't know, if we've got more beef, bring me that. 999, 999. Wheat seed would be good. Ah, mutton. Overpaying by 60 units. There, that's fine. Perfect. Wheat seed for stuff. Trade. zero out the herbs. I want to put them back soon, obviously. Not quite yet. Alright, and drop this down to just one person here. We've got lots of excess laborers. We're going to go and set up another farm. Right over here. A crop field, I should say. Like that. And that will be wheat. Give me a little bit more stone, too. Nice bonus. Food production still maxed. Hunters as well. Woodcutters. Yes, foresters are maxed, which is unusual, but there you have it. Herbalist is where I want it to be. Blacksmith. Go up to a third blacksmith. One trader is fine. Stonecutters are still good. You are going to be a wheat field. We got an achievement of foodie. Let's take a look at what that is. I guess from having different types of food or food stored. In a single year, produce at least 2,000 food from hunters, gatherers, fishermen, pastures, fields, and orchards. Wow, okay. I guess it's the orchards. That was probably one of the bigger question marks. Wait, how did you produce pumpkins? I'm thinking the pumpkins were picked from here and then sort of left in this tile and then it counted kind of twice. Pumpkins here as well. I'm confused, but I suppose I won't complain. People dying of old age is totally acceptable. We can deal with that. We're okay with that. Everything is functioning except the stonecutter and the tavern, which, funnily enough, are next to each other. Yeah, we got rid of the building, but the giant hole in the ground stays. Kind of an eyesore. I don't know, maybe it'll fill with water at some point. We'll have a sort of a makeshift pool. Anyway, again, I've gone way over my time budget, so we're going to put a cut in here. See you guys next time.